Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Email in the description below. It's the direct service inquiry email from you to me and my crew with your purchase and pricing questions about this or any watch you see here on Watchbox Reviews. tmosso@thewatchbox.com. And today we are discussing a 1982 serial number Rolex Oyster Perpetual Datejust 16018 in yellow gold, 36 millimeters with Lapis Lazuli dial. This is a truly special piece. This watch measures in thickness 11.8 millimeters and from lug to lug a reasonable 44.1 with a 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs. The watch is fit with a factory Rolex strap, alligator leather, small rectangular scale on the top, gloss, folded edge and a monotone stitch, and you can see on the underside this is a brand new Rolex factory strap with a Rolex yellow gold pin buckle to match, 18 karat to match the case. Now the watch on my wrist, 16 centimeters in circumference. Let's see if we can get everything in focus here and keep it in focus. A 36 millimeter watch will wear well on any wrist. It's comfortable, it's handsome, it's compact from lug to lug. I can recommend this watch, especially since it is on a strap, for a wrist as small as 13 centimeters in circumference. It is very comfortable. It's also very handsome, and it has a lovely tritone of black, blue, and yellow gold. You can see from here, even from arm's length, this is a striking watch. Now to take a quick look, you can see things were a bit different back in the day, as the case flanks back then were polished and the lug hoods were satin. We're leaving this one basically intact. As you can see, this being a vintage watch, we're not touching it. No refinishing, no removal of material. If you want it polished, well, we can, but I recommend you not. Twin lock crown, screw down. These were 100 meters water resistant, and they can still be made to meet that water resistance today. You can see for a near 40-year-old Rolex Datejust, the faceting of the bezel actually remains excellent. The satin finish of the case remains rich and bushy, and the flanks are still sharply defined, so there hasn't been much of a break between the character line of the top and the flank. It hasn't been lost to time and refinishing. It's still clearly defined. Now, the dial. This is why you buy this watch. Lapis Lazuli. So what you see that appears to be gold inside the lapis is actually pyrite. A truly special dial. Rolex had the good taste to let the metal speak for itself and leave this one bereft of any indices or hash marks. You have the typical Rolex tome printed on the dial, probably more print than you need, but only the Rolex crown is applied standing above the dial base, and it is a truly special dial. Yellow gold hands, yellow gold crown, yellow gold frame for a yellow gold date disc. This is powered by caliber 3035, which was a sort of transitional caliber. It is a high beat rate, 28,800 vibrations per hour, but it is a 27 jewel rather than the 3135's later 31, and it features a half bridge rather than the later full balance bridge. It also features some different toothing of the gear train as well as a different barrel speed, but functionally there isn't much of a difference, as it's a 5-position adjusted COSC Swiss chronometer. It features a handmade Breguet overcoil hairspring to help it earn that chronometer certification in 5 positions. It is free sprung as well as having the overcoil architecture. It has a 45 to 48 hour automatic winding power reserve, and it features both quick set and stop seconds, so functionally it is identical to a modern Rolex 3135, the way it works. Architecturally, you wouldn't know the difference unless you opened up the back of the case. You have a sapphire crystal on this watch. I know it's an older example of the Datejust, but it is a sapphire crystal generation watch. It's handsome, it's vintage, it's a great way to get into vintage Rolex without paying through the nose for some steel sports watch in bad condition. Everyone has one of those. No one has one of these.